from the very start, me and Marites has been into Feng Shui for the longest time. And I felt that in all my interior design projects, I've been incorporating Feng Shui and all her elements in her forecast. I think Marites is very enterprising. It's nice that she's actually sharing all that. She's so passionate about it. And, really she wants to share and make it available for everybody. So it's nice that, she's ventured on her own and she's made her own, like her own almanac and her own forecast, which is also based on all the Chinese fortune and everything. So I'm wishing her all the best.
I met Marites in another event before, and I liked it. Well, it's very inspiring. I've always believed in Feng Shui.
Amazing as always. She's number one, and she deserves to be number one. And in everything she does, she's so focused. All the events are so organized.
Always wanted to know more about Feng Shui because I'm a Hindu basically, follow a different religion. So we have similar concepts, but always wanted to know how I can relate my own religion and the tradition that I follow and all these auspicious dates and things with the Chinese astrology like Feng Shui. I've been learning a lot through Miss Marites. She's really good. She's really funny. She knows a lot of details, I think. So getting to hear privilege, she's one of the best people in the country to learn about Feng Shui.
Oh, Marites is I'm a big fan. Not I'm just not because she's my friend, but rather because she's so down to earth. She's a friend, like she's a businesswoman, and she's not only that, but I think she's larger than life. I can't say anything better than she's a well-grounded person, and she's thankful to be one of her friends.
Well, there's been a lot of
Ilang babies ba ang
2 or 3.
gagawin? Mga 2 or 3 yung gusto namin. Meron ka ng Year of the Ox ngayon? Kaya ba? You should
Hindi natin mamaya.
I will be joined by my dearest friend, Tessa Prieto Valdez.
I really feel it's really just being uniquely yourself, being comfortable in whatever style you have. And I think it's being true and unique.
I call her a superwoman, Miss Gail Cruz Macapagal.
Hindi nahihinto ang pangarap, lalo pa nga nating sisipagan.
That's so amazing, Gail. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. A very bright, sunny Monday here in London. And of course, good evening to you there in the Philippines. Good morning, New York. Good evening in the Philippines. And good afternoon there in Dubai. We are coming live to you all the way from London. And my very special guest is coming live to you from Dubai. And again, I would like to welcome to those viewers that we have. This is already our, pangilan na ba? I think this is the third month of our Marites Allen show revival. And we entitled it Fun, Fortune, and Feng Shui. Now, once again, welcome mga kaibigan. And to those who have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, Marites Allen, please do and kindly share it. Of course, we give away surprise gifts to all of you, especially to those who will subscribe. Now, without further ado, my friends, I would like to introduce to you my very, very dearest friend. Her name is Jane Wan. Of course, I met her in the Philippines, in our beautiful Manila. Jane is a woman who excels, and I would say, in everything. Okay, she is actually a superwoman, but specifically, she excels in the field of business development through brand promotion and marketing. So she has actually a career that requires various skills and including, of course, effective communications. She does a lot of research, analysis, public relations, digital and social media strategies, among others. And all of this played a very important role as she rose to become the vice president for marketing of Oppo Philippines. And of course, Oppo is my favorite uh, phone, especially when taking photos. I look better and more beautiful with Oppo. And of course, also my family and friends. Now, this year, Jane has moved on and has accepted another very, very prestigious position in the beautiful Dubai, being the brand and marketing director of J&T Middle East Holdings. So, my friends, let's all welcome our dearest Jane Wan.
Hello,
Hi, Jane.
everyone. Hi, I'm Jane.
Welcome, welcome. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. This is the first month anniversary of my day in Dubai. Actually, I arrived here May 14. So today is
Wow, happy
14.
anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I know you are very busy out there. My friend Jane is attending this very big dragon festival. She's in a very beautiful villa with some homes of the very prominent boss or sheikh or something. And
Yeah.
she borrowed 1 hour just to be with the feng shui queen. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm really, really honored to be invited as your guest. And
Thank
you know, I
you.
love feng shui. It's because of feng shui we get to know each other, and you bring me a lot of luck.
Oh, thank you. What an honor for you to say that. Like what I said, it's like, oh my God, if Jane is going to be in the villa of a sheikh right now as we speak, and then we have the show, I wish, please, I wish you will come. So you are just right in time. So thank you, darling, for sparing your time. Now, listen, the last time we saw each other in Manila was about a year ago, right? Was it?
Yeah,
Did we
yeah,
see each
yeah.
other?
Before the
We saw each
pandemic.
other before during Chinese New Year in Manila.
Yes.
And then it was pandemic. And
Yeah.
then we all like move on and we got separated and everything.
Yeah, but
But
our hearts are tied with each other. You know, there's a saying that no matter how far in graphic distance, our hearts together. So no matter I'm in Philippines or in China or in UAE or you are in UK, I feel that we are still, the same person, the same feeling, thanks to the technology. Yeah.
I think it even like strengthen our bonds together, right? It
Yeah.
becomes more, we become more like connected with each other. Now, Jane, before we begin, let's of course welcome our dearest Gay Makapagal Cruz. Thank you, Dow. Hello. And then, of course, we have Maggie Paras. Thank you so much for watching. We have Raquel, Dexter, you have many more, especially whatever country you are watching us from. Please put it in. And thank you for watching. We have Teresa Kramer from Netherlands, of course. We have Joey Abanilia. These are my loyal fans. And of course, our dearest Gail. Thank you for watching, Gail. And at the same time, who else? I think we have somebody from Japan. Angelica, thank you for watching. Anyways, we will be flashing all your greetings. Thank you so much for joining us today. So if you have, in fact, a question for Miss Jane, please do so because, Jane is very busy. And we will be talking about branding. We will be talking about tips on how she develops and she makes all these wonderful brands into like, a much loved brand, just like Oppo in the Philippines. It is a much loved brand in the Philippines. I honestly wouldn't have known Oppo without Jane. It's like Jane 1 equals Oppo. Right? So Jane, question. Could you please tell us like a bit about yourself, where you come from, your family? Your English is very, very good. Were you educated in a US or UK university?
Actually, I was just a native Chinese. I was born in China, raised up in China, received the education, obtained my degree of bachelor degree and master degree in China. Pure Chinese, but of course, I made a lot of friends from other countries. But originally, I'm Chinese, and
Wow. What's
yeah.
the challenges? And because a lot of people, like if you do it the other way around, me being a Filipina learning Chinese, I had been trying for, I don't know, 10 years and I just gave up. Niece's languages in school, she had to study. She, in fact, studied when she was a kid. Like, my daughter Nikki, right? She's now
Yes,
18.
yes, yes.
She
Beautiful.
started in Ika, there in the Philippines, which is a Chinese school. So when she was, I think, 5, 6, 7 years old, she can read, write, and speak beautiful Chinese. And then, of course, we moved to England and she forgot about it. So when we went back to Manila, when she went to the British School of Manila, she took up again Mandarin class. But then she said, "Oh, mommy, it's just so stressful for me." So after 2 years, she did well, but then she moved to speaking and taking up Spanish instead. So for us, Filipino trying to study Chinese, it's quite difficult. How was it to you from Chinese to English?
Um, Actually, there was a story. I still remember the first day in my college. Actually, the bachelor degree was English literature. So in my class, everyone need to introduce ourselves, right? But my
Uh-huh.
English was so poor that I feel that no one understand my English. Only my teacher. That's very funny. She was from Canada. She said maybe just because I'm very experienced, with different dialects, all these kind of things. So I want to say I was not born to speak English well, but from that moment I feel okay. I have to make a change. I have to be great. So I spend a lot of time talking to people, correct my pronunciation, and watching movies, episodes. I think watching episodes is really
Ah,
great way of learning languages. Yeah.
okay.
So
Wow. So
so
that's
there
just
was yeah.
wow. So do you think if I keep watching the Chinese episodes, I could learn still?
Yeah, yeah. That
Because
was 2 months ago. I encountered Filipino lady in BGC in a Korean supermarket. She told
yes.
me she keep watching the Chinese episodes and she can speak basic, Mandarins. So I think
Wow.
that's cool. Yeah, but of course, anytime any friends want to learn Mandarin, I will be here. From the basic,
Definitely.
like
I will.
okay.
Hey, remember there was that beautiful song, My Heart, what is it again? My heart belongs to the moon or something. And da 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 da. Remember that song?
Yeah,
I will.
that's
I used
the uh, that
and
song. Yeah.
da 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 da. It's a beautiful, beautiful, popular song of Chinese, mga kaibigan. Oh my gosh! So It's not late. What our Jane is saying is it's never too late to
Yes.
learn languages. Okay, now Jane, tell us. Most people think of branding and marketing as one and the same. Is this accurate to say? Or how are they different from each other, if ever?
Okay. Brands and marketing are always associated with each other, but actually they are different. There's different definitions. So branding is more about who you are, and marketing is that it's more about the tactics, the tools, the way you how to attract people's attentions, awareness. Basically, you use marketing to tell people what brand you are, what kind of who you are. Just use branding to tell, use marketing to tell branding. If I put in the same sentence, okay. For example, for like Oppo,
Yeah.
in the past years, we define ourselves as self-expert, right? That's our, if we say branding. So self-expert is our brand positioning. And for to tell people how we are self-experts, we develop different marketing plans. Like we launch online campaigns like selfie national days. We have road shows. We sponsor some TV shows. We use different, basically, we use different ways to tell people uh, why we are self-expert, how great we are. So I think in this case, you will see self-expert is the branding, and all these marketing initiatives are the marketing, the tools to tell people. Yeah.
Oh,
So
I
not
see.
even the
Okay.
same. It's not the same. It's not the same thing. So marketing is to build awareness. Branding is tell people who you are.
I see. Okay, so that is very good, huh? So marketing is to build awareness and
And the branding is to tell people who you are. Basically, branding is the core part of your marketing strategy.
okay. So for example, Marites Allen is
Yeah.
the brand.
You are the
Is
pushy
the brand,
master.
okay. And then the marketing is like
Like
this.
now we are doing marketing. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
the YouTube channels, like
Oh,
seminars, like
yeah.
all kind of publications, all kind of ways where you organize events. All these are marketing
Marketing.
activities to support, to prove how great you are in feng shui. Yeah.
I see. Okay, so mga kaibigan, see, we are learning. I told you, this is like we don't need to go to a university. We have Jane Wan, the in-house master for this thing. So thank you so much, Jane.
Yeah.
Now, before I ask you this, the next question, you know, when you move from places to places about your career, some people really find it hard to move, whether they are so attached to their families, whether, you know, for some reason they just don't have that capability or the energy like you. But you are always open. You always welcome change. What can you say to those people who has having reservations?
Actually, I in my life, I really learned lots of friends with my advice on how to make decisions, how to really move forward like me, you know, like drop everything and welcome a new life. My advice is that think about the positive side. Of course, you know, there are so many things we are attached. Even me, leaving my hometown, right? Oh, I'm from Chengdu, the hometown of panda, the hometown of hot pots, mala hot pots. There are so many great foods, beautiful sceneries, and everything's great. But if I stay there, I wouldn't meet so many friends in Manila, right? I wouldn't meet you. I wouldn't meet a girl.
Right.
I would meet so many different great person. So think about the positive side is that you know that you will make decisions. Definitely there will be difficulties, but everything's like a coin have two sides. You focus on the positive sides, the bright side. You will see different things. Even me, back to 2015, seeing. And when I was in Iran, actually Iran, the living condition compared with Manila, even worse. You have to wear hijab like this. You have to be like this. You
Wow.
cannot wear shorts. But
Yes.
you will say, okay, that's their culture, and there are different people, there are nice people, and how they live their lives. So try to find the stories, amazing stories in everyday life. I think that will makes you feel, wow, my new journey is full of surprise. And sometimes you should expect less, not expect very high. When you have very high expectations, you easily get disappointed. But if you expect very less, it's like Buddhism. You don't, keep too much hope. You just accept what it is and find the good things inside, and you will feel life is amazing. Yeah. and
Wow.
and the God will give you so many surprise one after each other, or sometimes every day there are gonna be surprise. For me, it's like that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? This is the first time I heard somebody say that. Because some people, when they think positive, they have high expectations and hopes. But then I think you are so right, Jane. When you have less expectation, then you have less disappointments, and then you
Yeah.
leave it to the heavens above, because God is gonna give us amazing surprises.
Yeah, it's for example, like me, I'm in Dubai, right? Dubai is in a land full of sands. There's no
Yes.
much trees, even a single tree, plants. They said, I took pictures, show my friends. My friends said, okay, there are lots of trees, but all the trees are money, because
Yeah.
every day you need to operate. Because for one
Yes.
year there be no rain at all sometimes. Imagine in the Philippines, we will every year we have the, not say typhoon, we have other rains, right? But here you don't expect
Yes.
that.
Yes.
So for this time, you will say, wow, when a plants grow well in the wild land, that means the plants itself put all his efforts to grow. It's
That's
amazing.
right.
So we sell plants, we sell flower blooming, we sell birds. I feel it's amazing. That's how nature, or how um, the creatures are living in the world. It's amazing. So that
Hmm.
makes me realize, okay, sometimes we just ignore something very common, very ordinary. But when you put in another situation, you will find what you do not cherish now become very precious, and you will find something new precious. Yeah, that's
That's
my
right.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. That's really an eye opener. So I'm sure to those who are watching us right now will gain so much insights from what Jane is saying to us. Thank you, Jane. Now, to those who are aspiring to be, at least be the same in your field, what sort of like skills does one have to have, like to become successful in your field? Because some people, if they are like faint hearted, or if they are like so, too embarrassed to approach a person, you cannot go nowhere, right? So my question is, what skills does one need to become successful in your field?
To me, I think there will be two parts. One part definitely is the skills wise. I mean, the professional field, you have to prepare yourself with enough knowledge, like to do branding, marketing, or communication, mass communication. You definitely need to acquire certain theories, understand the basics of this field. But for a person to not be successful, but of course to be a how to say, to make achievements, I think the personality wise, you have to be kind, like you, very kind, try to help people. You will get luck from the other person, or help from other person. And understanding, I think respect and understanding are very important in no matter which business you are, because for most of the business is about people. People is people, right? People, even we buy products, there will be when doing advertising in the advertising industry. When we do the selling point, unique selling point, there will be two parts. One is functional, the feature part. One is emotional. So that's also, like you said, this is the branding part. So tell people why emotionally, why they want you, why they love you. For brand, for person, for products, the same. You have to build the image. You have to create something, or you create the feeling for them that, okay, this is a good choice of friend. This is a good choice of my everyday companion or whatever. Just in my life, it's like that.
Oh,
So
so
yeah,
it's really
joy, respect, and
identifying.
understanding is very important.
Okay, so I really like that, Jane. I mean, I'm sorry, but we're becoming like a free. This is becoming like a free consultation. Might as well. You're in Dubai. We cannot hold you that long. But so what you're saying is it is very important that say in a particular product or brand,
Mhm.
you have to identify two parts. And one of
Yeah,
them is the emotional. Did you say something like emotional part of it? Like
yeah,
what is a unique selling point? So for example, my Oppo here, which is my Oppo,
yeah.
is going to be
Yes.
my companion, right? It's
Yeah.
going to be my companion every day in my hands here, and then will give me beautiful photos, you know, every time I take one. Now, what is the
Yeah.
other part? I didn't get the other part.
So for products, I said normally we will identify two parts. One part is the functional parts. One part is the emotional parts. For the whole phone, you are referring, you're holding like the same one as I have. It's
Mm-hmm.
for taking great pictures, right? Taking great pictures is more about functional, because it can meet your needs of taking great pictures, selfies, groovies. And emotional part is more about, okay, this brand, like we highlight, where our brand essence is beauty, our design, our every angle of this phone, the feeling, the color is more all about beauty. So when we
Yes.
create this, yeah, it's the essence is beauty. We want to deliver beauty, buy a beautiful products to show people the beauty. But to be honest, in the campaign, every campaign, sometimes we only highlight one, either functional or either emotional. So they both,
Oh,
it's like, okay, it's also like Nike, right? For Nike, they have lots of sports dresses, but they have the very famous slogan is like, just do it.
just do it. Yeah.
Yeah, normally they don't really highlight their shoes, how great their shoes, the design or the technology. Sometimes detail, but they are more famous about just do it. This attitude to inspire people, and also like Coca-Cola, right? The happiness. So it's more
That's right.
about, okay, so for a brand, when they create a brand, well, we want to deliver the brand image. There are two ways we want to highlight. One, either is functional or either is emotional. But the great brands always are associated with the emotional part, because its emotional
Oh,
part will resonate with people's, feelings, their hearts. That's the highest level. For example, Coca-Cola, you buy one Coca-Cola, Pepsi or Coca-Cola, not really, there are big different brands, right? Not really different, but you are associated, like I'm holding a Pepsi, yeah. Pepsi is associated with youth, being adventurous or something like that. And Coca-Cola is happiness. When you hold the Coca-Cola, you feel, okay, I'm drinking happiness. It's something like that.
wow, nice. So meaning I am in the right track, because if Nike says just do it, what we did on the emotional part is when I branded Friga. Friga is
Yeah,
a charmed life. See, it's
yes.
emotional. Friga is a
Yeah.
charmed life. Yay.
Yeah, when you wear sneaker, you feel okay. When I wear your stuff, right? It's like, okay, I
Yes,
feel I'm wearing the charm. That I'm wearing knock. I'm wearing, yes,
yes,
yes.
yes, it's
It's
charmed.
it's kind of resonate with the brand, and also
Ye-
imply for yourself that I'm doing great.
Yes.
I feel like what you are bringing luck to so many people. I mean, the positive associations in mind. Yeah.
Thank you. Wow, wonderful. Now we're gonna go for a very short break, Jane. But my next question to you, you will answer this next, next cut when we come back.
Yes.
During your term as marketing vice president for Oppo Philippines, the brand enjoyed outstanding performance in the market. What were some of the strategies that made that possible? But you can answer that after this very short break.
Thank you.
Hey guys, it is the year of the metal ox in 2021. So please don't forget to get a copy of your almanac. It comes with very beautiful pages. This almanac is actually loaded with a lot of information. You can find out when is the best day to get married, to be engaged, to move house, to renovate, to travel, and even set auspicious days and meeting times. And this has been developed in such a way that everyone will be guided. What are the lucky and unlucky directions for the year? What are the so-called unlucky directions or renovation rules that you cannot do in 2021? I also put some tips. What are the post-pandemic tips that everyone can do? How to declutter your home or organizing your home. So this is available at freega.co.uk. Hey guys, your much awaited 2021 Year of the Metal Ox horoscope guides, planner, and almanac are now available at www.freega.co.uk. These are loaded with a lot of information to guide you for the rest of the year, be it your health, wealth, love, or career. So please head now to www.freega.co.uk and make it your special gift to someone you love, or even to your friends or family members. See you at freega.co.uk. Wow, so thank you, Jane. We have so many fans for you here. One is saying, Miss Mercy, I am an Oppo user. All
Wow,
right.
thank you, Lucy.
Thank you. Please indicate your country or your city you're watching from. Thank you so much, Lilibeth. I've seen somebody here as well. Lilibeth was saying hello from Quezon City. Joey Abenella says that my son is also an
Wow.
user. Thank you. Rosario Astorga, incredible learning again. Great ideas. Well, we're learning from the best only here at Marites Allen shows. Gail, I love this. High acceptance, low
Yeah,
expectation.
that's right.
Gail, I like that. So I like that when Jane was saying that branding is telling people who you are. Marketing is using tools to tell people about you. Marlon, thank you for watching from Tacloban City. Again, hello po from Tacloban. Miss Glory, I am an Oppo user here. Wow. Thank you so much. Somebody's watching from Canada. Hi, Anne. Watching from Winnipeg in Canada. Somebody's watching from US. Good morning. Thank you so much. Wow, so amazing, guys. Thank you for keeping us company. So, Jane, I left before the break a question that you, being the marketing vice president for Oppo in the Philippines, the brand has practically enjoyed a very outstanding performance. What was the secret of Jane 1?
Thank you. Okay. When I recall my first trip to the Manila, that was back to April 7, 2016. I landed in Naya Airport. There's no one I know in the country that time. Back to that time, no one I ever know.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, and soon, because I took the position of brand and marketing director that time, so my first work is definitely have meetings with my team, and also we conduct research about this market. I have to know how the culture here and people's their hobbies, basically knowing the markets and industry. So we know that time that Manila is the capital of selfie, right? Selfie capital. So everyone loves takes
Selfie
pictures.
capital. Yeah, selfie
Yeah,
capital.
yeah,
Selfie.
yeah. So so we define ourselves as after brainstorming and all the possible how to say internal discussions, the marketing, use all marketing tools to make this strategy. We define ourselves as self experts. Then we use different tools. I mean, we create campaigns like how to tell people we are self-expert, right? We say we feel that self-expert gonna be the great idea that help us to capture the market. I mean, attract more customers to meet their needs of selfie. So we sponsor the ABS shows. We launch different online campaigns, like you upload your pictures with your family, with your friends, you're gonna win some special freebies. And we of course we invite a lot of media friends to do unbox of our phones, take some sample pictures to tell our stories how good we are. And of course we have great ambassador like Sarah Geronimo and Adam Richards back at that time, right, to support
Right. Yeah.
us. Yeah. And I mean, marketing strategy is it's a combination of different way of doing things. Like it's not it's media buy, it's digital, it's there's ads, there's TVCs, there's sponsorship, there's uh, the influencer marketing. There are gonna be like media articles. There are gonna be in-store ads. There be also our promoters in store to tell our customers how to explain the specs and everything, every concerns. So basically, we use every ways to tell we are safe experts. With us, you can take great pictures. Yeah.
Wow.
So you can say how to make that happen. This is really what how we make it. Of course, every project takes a lot of efforts, right? But that's the general way. Yeah. Define who
Wow.
you are and tell people by different ways to tell people that definition. Yeah.
So defining who you are is critical
Yeah.
in the start of your brand. Wow,
Yeah.
that's wonderful. So Jane, for example, I'm sure because I mean, Oppo has a lot of budget. I think they have deep pockets. Okay, what can you say to people like small businesses? What can they do to advertise their product, their brand, if they have less budget? Like how can they start? How can one, this is pandemic, right? So a lot of
Yeah.
people are trying to pivot to change many things and maybe to restart another brand again. What can you say to them, or what can you advise to them if they don't have enough money or budget for marketing and branding? What are the small things that they can do to be known out there?
Actually, I think for any, no matter we have a big budget or small budget, the very important thing is that you know who you are or want to tell who you are, right? So you need to define who is your target market. Who is your
Okay.
target market? Who is your, yeah, that's very important. The budget is about how many ways or how heavily you promote your products or branding to them. But the very basic is who is your target market. When you define this, there's gonna be different ways of reaching them. For example, okay, let me say, if you're there's different community online groups, right? We already all know that there are different people selling products in different groups. That's a very normal things people do. Maybe, for example, people create the community or about pets, right?
Yes.
So different pets brand may sell their products there. So this
Yes.
is a basic. I think everyone understand this. It's like, okay, find who they are, find where your target markets they are there. So find a way to touch them. I mean, build friends, build your data pool. Even it sometimes is one by one, and find in your target market, find someone what we call KOL, the key opinion leaders.
Key opinion leaders. Finding
Yes,
key opinion
yeah,
leaders.
yeah, yeah. Someone influential in their community. It not
Wow.
be it not be really costly, because it may be someone just love, like, I believe someone watching us, some friends watching us are Oppo users, right? So they may be very influential in their community. Not really say they are superstar or celebrity. Don't to
Yes.
be, not necessary to be, but someone influential in their life, in their circle. So meet people and be
Mm,
friends with them and send something to them. It's a way. Also, it's a good way to do marketing. Even for me
yeah.
now in Dubai, I took the job of Daily Express. I don't have big budget. It's also a challenging thing for me. But for me, I need to understand the market. Then I find a way. Okay, how can we reach our target market? How can we doing ads? Not the it's because everyone understand. Okay, when you have big money, big amount of money, it's easier, much easier. At least you have way to spend. But when you squeeze money, when you have very limited money, you really need to understand. Well, you cannot really waste any money. So find your target market, where they are, where they gather, and what's their lifestyle, and how, by any economical way, I mean simple and cost safe way to reach them, talk to them, and ask them, I mean convince them to speak for you. That's the general logic of marketing, but it applies whether you have big budget or small budget.
Yeah. Wow. Wonderful. It's I think that alone, my friends, is a very, very important tool. So do not be despair if your product or brand is not being, say, endorsed by celebrities, or don't worry about it. Jane was saying, just to recap on what she's saying, is maybe you can find community leaders
Yeah.
in your area, tap their expertise, tap the, for example, whoever is target market to speak for you, to speak for your product and brand. Wonderful. Wow. As if we are like going through a master class of brand marketing 101 with Jane 1 here on Marites Allen Show. So Jane, question. You may have already answered a part of this, but you have worked with many international brands.
Mhm.
Can you share which ones were the most fulfilling and which ones were the most challenging?
Okay, I work with different brands. I work with Publicis, the world famous agency. I work with Nestle Great China for their advertising, the creative work. I also work with Adobe China for their media relationships.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
yeah, that's my prior to my job with Oppo. But when you really talk about most fulfilling and challenging, I still think that the Oppo job in the Philippines is the one, because previously, when I do with like Adobe or GE for events, Adobe for media relationships, and Nestle for creative job, it's really about the day to day things, not that challenging, because we didn't have a very, how to say, formulated way of doing things. It's
Yes.
not that challenging. You just follow the flow. Everything's there. And even
Mm,
when we in Cisco, it's like that. Okay, I will source the videos from our global pool and translate it and upload to our Chinese channel. And it's more about copywriting and a basic interaction with our customers. But to for the job of Oppo in the Philippines, like I said, no one there, no friends there. How can I start, right?
yeah.
I and also that time the team, or almost half of the team, gone. I mean, they resigned when the previous leader left. So I have
Really?
to restructure the team. Yeah, I have to hire a team.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I have to say, okay, try to tap the media friends one by one, right?
You are
You try
amazing.
to them And of course, even there was story like some media. I mean, I will not make the name.
Of
Trying to
course.
ask 1 million from me, 1 million peso from me, saying I can help you reach like you have a community like 100,000 people or 50,000 people, something like that. Actually,
Wow.
he sort of have no idea of how how valuable the money is. It's
Oh my
nothing like
God.
that. I know that
Yeah.
I have big money in hand, so they try to they try to steal the money away. I mean,
Wow.
there's a changing part of that. But I
Wow.
never reveal the stories. It's just it's not easy saying spending money is easy. Definitely, you have money. There are so many people approach you, right? They know you
Mm-hmm.
have money. They may cheat
Yeah.
you, or they may fake something. They may even fake data. You have to be smart enough or meticulous enough to do background check, to read the data, to analyze the situation, to check with the media circle, everyone like that.
Mhm. Wow.
Yeah. So understand the culture and understand the media environment, and that takes me some time. Yeah, and to make
Yes.
friends make me some time. But of course, I feel so grateful that after 5 years, even like I'm in Dubai now, you remember me,
Of
and
course.
influence
Because
web posts, everyone was yeah. That's really the great so far, the greatest chapter of my life. I make so many friends. I counted like, okay, more than 500 friends or 1,000. Since that time I started to use Facebook, really actively on Facebook. I've made so many friends.
yeah.
So yeah, it's a great chapter. I mean, and also I want to share, when there's difficulty, it's also a time of opportunity. I know everyone knows this sentence, but for me, to make some friends in the future is also the same. No matter it's build the connection with SM or even KCC Moss or even Globe. I mean, I can say I'm friends of Ernest family, but
Mhm.
the at that time is still to solve some problems about partnership things.
Yes.
So all these friends I made is because I want to solve some problems. There's some issue to settle down, but finally we find a way and also make friends. So I also want to share to friends, whenever there's a difficulty, it definitely will bring you something new, your experience, your skills, and even friends. It's the
That's
way. Yeah,
right.
it's the most amazing part in my life. I really, really feel grateful. I really want to share. So
Yeah.
never be scared by your difficulty.
Never be scared by your difficulty. Okay, mga friends? Never be scared by any difficulty.
Difficulty.
And
Yes.
in every difficulty, there is always an opportunity. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I also
Yes.
that. You know what? When I was doing, just to share with you, when I was doing my almanac for 2021, I'm not sure if you were there during my 2019
Not yet.
forecast
Yes.
for the year 2020, right? And then
Yes.
my theme then was uh, a toast to new beginnings because 2020 was, it's a brand new decade and everything. So my
Yeah.
theme then was a toast to new beginnings. And true enough, we didn't realize, what happened in the pandemic. And even the theme of my almanac, Jane, is exactly what you're saying. This is from Albert Einstein. In the middle of every difficulty lies an opportunity.
Oh my God. Exactly. Yes. Yes.
See?
Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
This is Albert Einstein, and my gosh, we are just like in alignment. We didn't talk about
It's
this,
my
but
experience to tell. Really.
yeah. So see, in the middle of every difficulty lies an opportunity by Albert Einstein. So that is why you always have to get your, almanacs and planners, horoscope books,
Yes. 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 To
because
inspire
I
yourself
put
also.
everything there. This is a collector's item. Wow, so this is wonderful, mga kaibigan. Thank you so much. So Jane, this is like a hypothetical hypothetical Miss Universe inspired question. If
Okay,
someone
okay.
asks you to promote a so-so product, okay, at a big budget, and another product asked to help with a more superior product, but for a lesser price, which one should you choose to do? Okay, so I rewind for the benefit of the viewers. My question says, if Jane is asked to promote a so-so product with a very big budget over a superior product with a lesser budget, which one would you choose to promote?
I think for different people, will make different choices definitely, because for some marketers, what their ambition or what their goal is to make a successful campaign. I mean, a very known campaign, which may help them win some awards, get more, get promotion or bonus or something like that. But for me, I think it really depends on the product. For me, actually, before 2 months ago, actually 2 months ago, I have different offers in my hand when I decide to quit from Oppo. There's a e-cigarettes brand, a well-known, world famous e-cigarettes brand approached me. They want me to be the Philippine market CEO, the CEO of Philippine market. And of course, they have budget. They have, um, very aggressive, I can see. But then I realized I don't smoke actually. And I know it may not be, say, buyers, but I believe that smoking is not good for health. So when I get the offer, when they want to convince me, then I realize this really what I want to do. Even my title will be promoted from vice president to country manager to CEO of that market, right? A big market. Then realize I don't do that. Or I don't want to do that. I don't want to use my marketing skills to convince more people to smoke. I don't want to make more teenagers to smoke, to do something may harmful to their health.
That's right.
So I reject this opportunity. Instead, I choose GNT. GNT is the courier services. There's two offer. One is CEO of the country. One is just director of this market. But courier services make people to enjoy more convenient, more efficient services. When you
That's
purchase
right.
online or deliver something for your family or friends, it's faster or less expensive. That's we are doing now. So I think my choice telling you really tells the answer. Is
Yes.
instead of higher salary or higher position, I would like to choose some course I really feel I'm gonna be proud of. That's really
Wow.
beneficial. Yeah.
I love it. Wow. So it's really from your heart. You
Yes.
chose over a prestigious, position, a better pay, but because you believe in the product and you believe in the brand. That's wonderful. So does that mean that if somebody will ask you to promote, say, a wine or an alcoholic beverage, it's similar to a cigarette, you would not be, or no, because wine is like leisure, can be leisure, right? Or no?
Yes. To be honest, I think to my understanding, or I think wine is much less harmful than smoking.
I know, especially.
It's reasonable drinking, a glass of
Yeah,
wine every day, a
drinking
casual
wine
drink.
from time to
Yeah,
time.
you're not the iconic.
We need the wine from time to time, so please don't say no when the time comes, okay?
No, never, never, never. I love drinking. Yeah, reasonable
Wow.
drinking. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Wow, friends, thank you so much for watching again. To those who just came in, you can play this again. You can share and subscribe to our Marites Allen on YouTube and share it to everybody. My friends, when you watch the Marites Allen show, previous episodes, you can learn a lot. Stories like this. Mara Tolentino, she said another inspiring story. Dubai also is very hospitable country because I worked there for 4 years ago. Please don't feel homesick, Jane, because there's a lot of Filipinos there, right?
Yes, yes. Kabayan. Now I know a word kabayan because yesterday I went to Noon, this company, and there's a cafe, they have a cafe, and my colleagues told me that guy after we left, he said you are Kabayan, but my friend said no, she's Chinese. He said no, 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 she's Kabayan. I'm sure she's Kabayan. Now I know Kabayan means Filipino friend, right?
Yes, you are a kababayan natin. Thank you so much. So welcome to our show, Miss Arlene, watching from USA. We have somebody from Abu Dhabi.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Nice to
watching.
meet you.
Yeah, so please follow Miss Jane Wan. She is on Facebook. She's also on Instagram. If you are in Dubai, mga kaibigan, Filipinos out there, we have a lot of following for Marites Allen. And of course, Friga Charm Life products. We have so many. We ship a lot to Dubai. My son is there. I'm going to ask my son to touch base with you. My
Yes,
son
yes, we should meet. I want to meet more friends in Dubai. Yeah,
Yeah, she will. He will take care of you. So I'm gonna tell Kurt.
thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Wow, look at the time, Jane. It's like nearly over. So my
Yeah, we cannot
now,
do enough of this. We need to
I
do
know,
more catch up, you know.
I know you're gonna be doing your Dragon Boat Festival there. But my finale question to you: what important life lessons have you learned from your career as a brand and marketing professional?
I think still you need to uh, keep the curiosity about the world. I mean, you need to be curious about the world. Keep learning, and also when you keep learning, you keep in mind that human beings are the same. I mean, everyone needs love, everyone needs recognition, everyone needs support. So basically, knowledge-wise, you need to evolve yourself. But human nature, you need to understand what's human nature. There's always something in common, but you have to find a way of, you know, um, something may not be that sounds correct. I mean, like people are greedy, right? People always want to take something for free or blah blah, something like that. I mean, there's also negative side for marketers. You have to know that side also. I mean, positive side and negative side you have to know. Sometimes you have to use both sides. I mean, um, to promote, marketer has to understand the nature of human beings, have to know a lot of new technologies, tools, and have to keep learning, keep involving yourself, and keep the curiosity about the world. Yeah. So knowledge wise, I always look the two sides. One is knowledge wise, one is personality wise.
Yeah, so knowledge and then personality. Wow, wonderful. So Jane, this is really, really wonderful. It has been a great pleasure talking to you in the last 1 hour. And we have gained an incredible insight from you, especially your life, sharing your stories, the tips in the branding and marketing, which we can now, our viewers can now continue to use. Is there what's next for Jane Wan? Is there anything else that you'd like to do, or may I say, what have you missed Manila since you left? Kabayan.
I think it's Kabayan. I think it's 2 days ago I posted a picture about my scuba diving in the Philippines. Definitely there are moments like the diving, the sea, the islands, the drinking in Boracay. Yeah, some moments
Wow.
like this. Yeah, and Coron Island. I've been to different islands and beaches. I miss that. But most importantly, is about people. Manila and the Filipinos are really humble and friendly people in the world. Very, very, very. Even yesterday, in the same office, I talked to another lady because we always encounter each other in the toilet. You know, it's. Then he said, "Where you are from?" I said, "Oh, I'm Chinese." He said, "You are like a Filipino, right?" And say, then we have a chat. Yeah, he's from the Philippines. Yeah,
Wow.
it's like, yeah, we share stories. We share. He said, I already see that a lot of times I want to say hello to you, etc. It's like that. It's always and also I have a story to share. 2 weeks ago, when one day when I took a taxi with my friends, my colleague, she left her phone on the taxi, and we don't have
Oh.
a taxi number yet, and
Mhm.
we went to Karam. It's like Grab office
Yes.
to there. And on the way, I asked another taxi driver whether it's possible we get it back. He said, no way, because here in UAE, people, when they get it, they will just keep it. They will not return.
Yes.
Luckily, we found that taxi driver. We got it. And the taxi driver told me, you are lucky. It's because the second passenger is a Filipino. Once
Wow.
she gave to me. So it's really it makes me feel I'm proud. I said I've been there for 5 years. I know Filipinos are like that. That means like my story with Philippines is not the end. It's even here. It continues. Really, it's rare. They said you are so lucky to get your phone back when you lost on taxi. There are different passengers there. You know.
Right. That's right. Or maybe you're going to be bringing the brand to the Philippines one day, right? Who knows?
It's there. It's there. It's
It's
there.
already
It's my
there.
friend. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we are neighbors anyway. We live in the same building back in the Philippines. So I will be seeing you shortly. And you're only 6 hours flight from London or from Dubai
Yeah,
and London.
I will visit you once the
Yeah.
pandemic in a better situation.
Yeah, we will. We will be visiting each other. So once again, everybody, thank you so much for watching us. Anything else you would like to ask Jane? How they can reach you, where, or announcing to our friends in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Our dearest friend Jane is just there, waiting to make friends with you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. So thank you so much, Jane, and good luck on your Dragon Festival today. Please do tell the Sheikh boss that I am very honored and humble to have you during this time with me today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear Marites. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, my friends, Oppo users. Yeah, everyone. I love you. I love you. My
We
love
love you
just
more.
you. Yeah.
We love you more. Thank you, Jane, and everybody. Thank you so much for watching.
Have a great day.
Thank you. We have now ended another episode of Marites Allen Show. Please do continue to like, share, and keep on sharing the beautiful, wonderful experiences and interviews that we have here on our show. Marites Allen, and of course, every Wednesday for my Filipino TV Europe guesting, we have a very special guest, a celebrity singer who's based in the States. So please tune in. That's going to be 1 p.m. London time. And on Friday for my Friga Fashion Friday for your series of questions. So continue to like, share, and follow Friga Charm Live and of course, Marites Allen. I love you all. See you.